guys, today we're going to show you how you can take off a truck camper and put it back on. So first we're going to start with the dually brackets. So this is something that we added on to our truck camper. So all you do with this is pull up halfway and turn them out. And the next thing is we have turnbuckles on ours. So for this, all you gotta do is pull out the pin. Lift up, and then you just take it out. And we like to put our pins back in just so we don't lose them. And then we'll take off the mounts. Another thing too that we like to do is just keep these by whatever side we take them off, just so we know if they're on a certain buckle. Alright, so next we're going to show you guys how to lower the electric jacks. So we have a remote for ours here. And as you can see on the panel, you have a lift and a lower. So when you put these down, you actually hit lift, not lower. So that's just something to keep in mind because everybody always gets that confused.
So this process takes about a minute or so to do. You can also adjust the legs individually, so as the legs get closer to the bottom, you can decide on which one that you want to choose depending on how level the camper is. Most of the time the spot is just a touch off of being level, so you can decide if you want to just use a single leg or one side versus all four of them at once and make minor adjustments. So as you can see on this side, these jacks are almost down, but this side is not quite yet. So we'll have to adjust each one individually as we do that. And now the camper will start going off of the truck. And then as we get closer to it, we can look under it and see once it leaves the bed of the truck. So you can see our metal bars here, and it has left the bed of the truck. So then next at this point, we'll make sure it's for sure off of the bed. We'll go up close to it and check, and then we'll drive the truck out. But one thing you can't forget to do is unplug the camper. So that's right here. And then we can take the cord out.
And then it's also plugged into the back of the truck too, so just make sure you unplug it back there as well.
Alright, so now we're going to take the truck out from the camper.
So with this, always take your time, just in case the camper is a little too low and it shifts. Pull out as straight as you can. Alright, so now we have the camper off the truck, and you can lower the jacks just for stability purposes, and that way you won't be as tipsy either with it, especially if there's wind and anything else. Alright, so we're getting the truck camper back on, and for this you want to do everything in reverse of taking it off. So you got your bumpers here.
What some people do is they'll actually put a piece of tape right on the middle of the camper and on the bed of the truck to help them line up if they have problems with lining up, but we rarely take the camper off, so we don't use that because we'll probably take it off twice over 6 months.
So Matt's gonna back up the truck, and once the bumpers hit, I'm gonna lower it since there's a dip here. Now that the bumpers are touching, I'm gonna lower. Alright. Once I'm below the dip here, you can back it up a little more. Alright, so there we hit. And now I'm just gonna lower the camper down, and then that way he has his foot on the brake so it won't slide forward. Alright, so now that we have the truck bed lowered, we're putting the cord back in.
Alright, so now it's time to put the tie downs back in. So the tie downs have 2 holes in them. For the front brackets we use the first hole, and for the back brackets we use the second. And we do that just because we don't need the front ones to stick out as far, especially with there being a door right there. So then we just line it up, clamp it down. And sometimes with this one you'll have to wiggle the handle a little bit in order to get that piece to go in. And then it'll clamp right in. So then we just do that for all 4 of them. And then at that point you're set to go.